Good morning. Welcome to Hindi is Easy. Today we are going to do the line by line explanation for the lesson Sarfaroshi Ki Tamanna, lesson number 4, class 7 from the book Gunjan Hindi Partmala. If you still not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel and recommend among your friends circle. If you have any clarification or feedback, please do put in the comment section. I surely reply back. If you like the video or the video is useful for your learning, please do click the like button. Your subscription like will motivate me to add more videos. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना. तमन्ना is desire, सरफरोशी is sacrifice. So desire to sacrifice. बातों बातों में देश के लिए बलिदान हो जाने वाले क्रांतिकारियों के बारे में बात करें. So do you know the revolutionary who has sacrificed their life for the country? So the first name that comes in my mind is Bhagat Singh, then Rajguru, Sukhdev, Chandrasekhar Azad, Roshan Singh, Rajendranath Lahidi, Ram Prasad Bismil are the few revolutionaries who have sacrificed their life for the country. So this lesson we are going to read is about the Indian freedom fighters who were ready to sacrifice their life, and they had the desire to sacrifice their life for the country to make the country free from British. स्वतंत्रता प्राप्ति के लिए कौन कौन से आंदोलन किए गए? What were the movements that we have been carried out to attain independence? So non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement, सहयोग आंदोलन, सविनय अवज्ञा आंदोलन, भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन. These are the few movements which were very famous. There were several movements which were started by different revolutionaries to get independence. वे कौन कौन से गीत थे जो क्रांतिकारियों के दिल में जोश और उमंग का संचार करते हैं? सो कैन यू नेम फ्यू पैट्रियोटिक सॉन्ग्स विच हैज एनकरेज्ड एंड क्रिएटेड एंथुजियाज्म एंड zeal for the revolutionaries, which has filled the hearts of revolutionaries? Yes. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना हमारे दिल में है, इस वेरी फेमस पैट्रियोटिक सॉन्ग. विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा इज वन अनदर थिंग, and Kadam Kadam Badhaye Ja is another song. These songs really motivates one to be patriotic towards the country and inspires the youth of India even today. You can go and check in the internet to know the lyrics of this patriotic song. प्रस्तुत पाठ स्वतंत्रता सेनानी मनमथनाथ गुप्त के संस्मरण पर आधारित है. So this lesson is based upon the memoir of the freedom fighter Manmatnath Gupta. Sasmaran is something which we can remember. So this incident is remembered by the author Manmatnath Gupta, and he has described how the day was when the judgment was given to himself or to his friends for the Kakori Kant. How the emotions of the friends were, what happened on the day was all given in this lesson. So one of the incident is given here as a lesson for us to read today. So Sasmaran is memoir which someone remembers. Kakori Kant में अनेक क्रांतिकारी पकड़े गए. So Kakori train action was a historic incident that took place on 9th August 1925 when the revolutionaries of the Indian freedom struggle looted the treasury of the British government to buy weapons to do the war against the British. So 4 German-made Mauser pistols were used in the train robbery, and the speciality of these pistols were that they could be used like rifles by attaching another wooden butt to them. Only 10 members of the Hindustan Republican Association carried out the entire incident. In the above image, you can see the prominent Bismils: Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashraf Ullah Khan, Yogesh Chandra Chatterjee, Prem Krishna Khanna, Mukhandri Lal, Vishnu Harshan Dublesh, Suresh Chandra Bhattacharya, Ram Krishna Katari, Manmatnath Gupta, Rajkumar Sinha, Thakur Roshan Singh, Pandit Ram Prasad, Rajendranath Lahiri, Govind Charan Kar, Ram Dulari Trivedi, Ramnath Pandey, Sachindranath Sanyal, Bhupendranath Sanyal, Pranvesh Kumar Chatterjee, Chandrasekhar Azad. The whole plan of looting the treasury of the British was set by Ram Prasad Bismil. Rajendranath Lahiri, a prominent member of the group, has stopped the Shahanapur-Lucknow passenger train leaving from Kakori railway station of Lucknow district on 9th August 1925 by pulling the chain. With the help of Ashfaqullah Khan, Chandrasekhar Azad, and 6 other associates, they attacked the entire Iron Path Gamini and looted the government treasury. Later, the British government filed a case against 40 revolutionaries of his party, Pakistan Republican Association, for waging an armed war against the emperor, looting government treasury and killing travelers. Added information: Rajendranath Lahiri, Pandit Ram Prasad Bismil, and Ashfaqullah Khan and Thakur Roshan Singh were sentenced to death. And the 16 other revolutionaries were given a punishment of a minimum of 4 years and maximum of life imprisonment in Kalapani. The ghazal Sarfoshi Ki Tamanna Hai is a ghazal which was written by Ram Prasad Bismil. The revolutionary used to sing this as a chorus while going from jail to court in a police van, or while teasing the magistrate in the court, and while returning from the court to jail. So after Bismil's sacrifice, this composition became the mantra of all revolutionaries. This is the lyrics which the revolutionaries used to keep singing as much as possible to motivate themselves and also to irritate the British government. So Kakori Kant is the robbery that has been done by the Indian revolutionary to get the money from British government. So to life imprisonment under the section 121A, 120B and IPC, and death penalty under the section 302 and 396. Thakur Roshan Singh was sentenced for 5 + 5 years and then later death penalty under the next two sections. Sachindranath Sanyal, while in jail, had expressed remorse for his actions in writing and had pledged not to take part in any revolutionary action in future, on the basis of which his life imprisonment remained intact. His younger brother Bhupendranath Sanyal and Banwari Lal had already given an undertaking to undergo any punishment of the court while admitting the crimes, so did not ask for it, and the order of 5 years imprisonment of both of them remained as they were. Despite petitioning the chief court, the sentence of Yogesh Chandra Chatterjee, Mukindra Lal and Govind Charan Kaur were enhanced from 10 years to life imprisonment. The sentence of Suresh Chandra Bhattacharya and Vishnu Sharan Dublesh were also sentenced from 7 years to 10 years. Ram Krishna Khatari's sentence of 10 years rigorous imprisonment was retained. Only Prabnesh Chatterjee's sentence was reduced from 5 years to 4 years due to his petition being written in a beautiful handwriting. Ramnath Pandey got the lowest sentence for 3 years in this case, and Manmadnath Gupta, whose bullet killed the passenger, was sentenced to 14 years. So another accused, Ram Dulhare Triwadi, was sentenced to 5 years rigorous imprisonment in this case. So these are the few details of what punishment has been received by the revolutionaries on that day in detail for you to understand the lesson better. The lesson talks about the day where the judgment is given. So 22nd August 1927 is the day which we are going to read in this lesson. Kakori Kand में अनेक क्रांतिकारी पकड़े गए. So many revolutionaries were caught in the Kakori case, and the day where the judge is going to see them and give the judgment is well described here. What is going to happen on the day, how the emotions of the prisoners were, is all given clearly in this lesson. राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल, राजेंद्र लाहिड़ी और रोशन सिंह को फांसी की सजा हुई. Ram Prasad Bismil, Rajendranath Lohiri and Roshan Singh were sentenced to death, and few others were sent to Kalapani. Kalapani is a jail where is still there in Andaman. You can go and check in the internet to know about Kalapani. The people will be sent to that place and they will be jailed for many years. So this is the detail I could collect for Kalapani. You can go and check in the internet and get more details and increase your curiosity. Such punishments were given those days. फांसी की सजा सुनाए जाने वाले दिन स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों को मानसिकता को उजागर करता है ये संस्मरण. So this memoir exposes the mentality of the freedom fighters on the day they were sentenced to death or when the judgment was given by the judge. The day was 22nd August 1927. So what we are going to learn from this lesson, the desire for sacrifice. So the freedom fighters will always have the desire to sacrifice for the country, right? So we have to know the freedom struggle that we had for the past 200 years to get the freedom from British. The sacrifices that was done by the freedom fighters we should know. so that we can give the importance to our freedom. The freedom that we are enjoying now is got by the sacrifice done by many freedom fighters. So we should learn and understand how the freedom fight was, how the freedom struggle was. You should get that curiosity to check how India got independence, what kind of revolutionary act was taken, what was the different movement which we have done, who were the revolutionaries who have sacrificed their life. Get the curiosity to understand about the Indian independence. Those days we were thinking that we cannot bow down. Instead, we are ready to chop our head. We can get our heads chopped off, but we cannot bow down was the motive of each and every youth. They want to get the freedom from the British people. They don't want to bow down for what are the things said by the British rulers. We got the independence after many sacrifices. So what life value we have to take from this lesson? Patriotism. We should be patriotic towards our country. The love for freedom. We should have that love and affection for the freedom. Everyone wants to be free, right? So you should know how to use the freedom. Importance of freedom has to be analyzed by you. You should be ready to sacrifice for any good cause. You should have your self-respect. You should be courageous. You should get an anger against injustice. You cannot just keep quiet. You should get the anger if some injustice happens in front of you. And you should also know the history of freedom movement, and you should give importance to the freedom, and you should know the different freedom fighters. So these are the values you should learn. So apart from this, you should also learn to read the words correctly, to add the vocabulary. You should improve on a grammatical points. You should able to understand language better. You should know about the freedom struggle and about the freedom fighters who have sacrificed their life for the country. You should be courageous. You should have your self-respect. You should be patriotic, and you should be able to sacrifice things for good cause. And when something injustice happens, you should get the anger. So these are the few things which you have to learn from this lesson. Let me give a brief about this lesson so that you will have the curiosity to read the lesson further. Author Shri Manmat Nath Gupta, along with his revolutionary companions, participated in many such revolutionary act, robbery or the schemes or the movements which were proving helpful in overthrowing the British rule from India. So these revolutionaries wanted British to be thrown out of India. The British government arrested them along with his companion. The judgment was already decided by the British government. Before hearing the things from the prisoners, the judgment was already decided. Ramprasad Bismil, Rajendra Lahiri and Roshan Singh, who were prominent among them, has been sentenced for death. On the day the judge's decision has to come, they all had a ceremonial meal together. They all wore a good clothes. There was no fear in them. They were behaving very normally, and the jailer, who used to be very friendly with them, was so sad on that day. The jailer had to do his work, so the jailer Abdul checked the nails of the shackles, and he was also getting so emotional because they know that the 3 rooms for the death for sentence prisoners has been getting cleaned up. This was also known to the revolutionary, but they don't know who that 3 people are now. So they had the meal together. They were singing the patriotic song to boost their energy and the mind. And the revolutionaries were seated in a lorry and they were taken to the judge. So everyone was singing the song Sarfaroshi ki tamanna hai hamare dil mein hai with enthusiasm. And there was many people who were standing near the court, outside the court, and they were also singing the motivational song to let the revolutionary know that they are also standing among them. They are also to their side. They were also giving them moral support. So the judge gave the decision that the conspiracy has been proved. Without getting any details, the judge gave his decision, and some revolutionaries were sentenced, some were sent to Kala Pani, and the 3 revolutionaries of the Kakori incident were hanged. So when the sentence to death was said to Rajendra Bismil, he was smiling like a child, and Bismil, was having a defense look on his face, and Roshan Singh was showing such an expression as if he is going to heaven. So this was the mentality of the prisoners when the judgment was given. So they all know this is the last meeting of the revolutionary, but the spirit has not diminished. This lesson depicts how the behavior of the prisoners were, how the jailer was, how the environment was, how the mental state was for the prisoners on the day the judgment was given by the judge. Read the lesson to understand further. ये दिन यूं तो दूसरे दिनों जैसा ही था. So this day was as usual like the other days. पर भारतीय क्रांतिकारियों के इतिहास में एक विशेष दिन था. बट दिस वॉज ए स्पेशल डे फॉर द इंडियन रेवोल्यूशनरीज. उस दिन सब सुबह सुबह उठ गए. सो ऑन दैट डे एवरीवन गॉट अप अर्ली. सी हियर, उठ गए. उठ इज वन एक्शन वर्ड, गए इज अनदर एक्शन वर्ड, बट the two action words are joined together to give a clarity to the sentence that everyone got up. So this is a ranjak kriya, this is a main kriya, this you have to learn. Okay, when the ranjak kriya comes along with the main kriya, this is a combined action word, sanyukta kriya, and the ranjak kriya will give more details and help to understand the sentence clearly. कैदी रसोइये ने विशेष खाना बनाया. कैदी रसोई मीन्स द प्रिजनर्स कुक हैज मेड ए स्पेशल फूड फॉर देम. जेलर अब्दुल सवेरे ही आ डटा, and the jailer's name was Abdul, who came very early in that morning on that day. रोज वह किसी का गाना सुनता था. So every day when he comes he used to listen to someone's song. किसी के साथ शतरंज खेलता था. He used to play chess with the prisoners. पर आज वह चुप था, but today he was so silent. So this act shows that the jailer was very friendly with the prisoners, but today he was showing silence. किसी ने उसे बैठने तक की जगह ना दी. And here also the prisoners also didn't give any place for him to sit, because they were behaving like a prisoners and jailer was behaving like a jailer. There was no friendship. The day was not as usual like the other day. मुझे लगा कि उसका चेहरा भी कुछ उदास था. मुझे इज द ऑथर मनमथनाथ गुप्त. सो ही ऑल्सो फेल्ट दैट हिज फेस वॉज सो सैड. चेहरा ना फेस, उदास ना सैड. ना जाने क्यों हमें ये आभास हो चुका था कि सूर्य के नीचे हमारा स्थान कहाँ है. ऑथर इज टेलिंग, डोंट नो व्हाई, बट टुडे वी आर एबल टू रियलाइज वेयर आवर प्लेस इज अंडर द सन. वी आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट today their position was not the same as they used to feel under the sun every day. So he was behaving like an officer and they were treated like a prisoner, where there was no friendship, there was no conversation happening between them. आज वह jailer था, हम कैदी. He is behaving like a jailer and they were behaving like a prisoner. So the author was able to realize that where their place is under the सन. प्रतिदिन की तरह सब खाने बैठे तो बिस्मिल को ख्याल आया कि आज अनुष्ठानिक तरीके से भोजन करना चाहिए. सो एवरी डे एज यूजुअल दे यूज्ड टू हैव द फूड. दे वर सिटिंग, बट बिस्मिल गॉट द थॉट. He got an idea, he got a thought that today we should eat in a ceremonial manner. So in the ceremonial manner, what happens is they'll keep a very big plate and everyone will be sitting around and be eating from the same plate. This is the ceremonial way of eating. ஸோ அந்த செரிமோனியல் வே தான் ஹிந்தியில் அனுஷ்டானிக் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறது. தரிக்கேனா த மெத்தட். பிஸ்மில் ஹேட் அ தாட் தட் டுடே தே வில் ஈட் இன் ஏ செரிமோனியல் மேனர். And this type of eating manner is there from the ancient times, which was very famous and has its own importance. So jailer के घर से एक बड़ा सा थाल मंगवाया गया. बड़ा सा means like big. थाल is the plate. So a big plate was bought from jailer's home. सब उसके चारों ओर बैठ गए. सो सब इज द प्रिजनर्स. ऑल द प्रिजनर्स sat around the plate. चारों ओर ना द प्लेटோட நாலு பக்கமும் உட்காந்துக்கிட்டாங்க. कुछ को जगह भी नहीं मिली. सो फ्यू didn't get place also to sit because the diameter of the plate will not accommodate all the prisoners, right? हर हाल में सबने उसी थाल से दो दो टुकड़े खाए. सो हाल means the condition or situation, whether they were able to get the place to sit or not, but they all tried to pick the food from the same plate. Everyone picked the food from the same plate. Though there was place was not there, place was there, everyone had at least 2 pieces of food from the same plate. प्राचीन काल से ही इस प्रकार के अनुष्ठानिक रूप से भोजन करने का बहुत महत्व रहा है. So from the ancient time itself, The eating the food in a ceremonial manner has been of great importance. हम सब ने अच्छे कपड़े पहने. We all wore good clothes. हल्दी घाटी के योद्धा भी इसी प्रकार अपने अच्छी पोशाकें पहनकर गए थे. हल्दी घाटी was a historical battle that was happened in the year 1576 between Mewars and Mughals. So the Mughal were trying to attack Mewar and Maharana Pratap fought against the Mughals. This is the picture I could collect from internet. Maharana Pratap and the place where the Haldighati battle has happened in Rajasthan, and the Chetak who has fought and has saved Maharana Pratap from Mughals. The author compares the dress the Rajputs were wearing with lot of pride while facing the challenge with the Mughals. While battling with the Mughals, the warriors were wearing a good dress with lot of confidence to face the battle, to face the Mughals. Similarly, author and the other prisoners were also wearing a good dress to face the judge, to face the British government with the confident and without any fear. So here the such comparison is brought here by the author. So अपनी अच्छी पोशाकें means the good dress. As the warriors of Haldighati also wore good clothes, these prisoners also wore good clothes. रोशन सिंह ने अपनी इत्र की शीशी से सबको थोड़ा थोड़ा इत्र लगाया. रोशन सिंह from his perfume bottle. इत्र ना perfume, शीशी is the bottle. From this glass bottle where the perfumes used to be stored, from that he has applied little perfume to everyone. अब बेड़ियां डलवाने की बारी आई. Now the shackles has to be worn. So now it's a time to put on the shackles. This is the shackle, Vilangan Solo. See the nails that is used to lock the shackle. जेलर को हिदायत दी कि हमारी बेड़ियों की कीलों की जांच कर ली जाए. So the instruction was given. हिदायत is the instruction was given to the jailer to check the nails of our shackles so that no one runs away. मेरी बारी आई तो मैंने अब्दुल से पूछा. Now when the jailer was checking his shackle, the author's shackle, he asked the jailer, Abdul, इतना भावुक क्यों हो रहा है? Why you are so emotional? भावुक ना emotional. बड़ी मुश्किल से पता चला कि किसी बड़े अधिकारी के कहने पर फांसी के कैदियों वाली 3 कोठरियां साफ की जा रही है. With a great difficulties, they came to know that 3 cells containing the prisoners to be hanged were being cleaned on the order of a senior officer. So they are still in the prison. They have not met the judge, but the decision was already taken that 3 people should be hanged. So now they know that injustice is happening. फांसी के कैदियों वाली ना, the prisoners who has to be hanged. Koterium means the cell, the room. So 3 rooms were getting cleaned where the 3 prisoners will be kept who has been given the sentence of death as the judgment. So the cells containing the prisoners to be hanged is being cleaned. So the 3 prisoners are going to be get the judgment for sentence for death, right? So they are still in the jail. They have not met the judge, but still the judgment has come out. मुझे लगा कोई भी जज अपने फैसले से पहले जेल वालों को खबर क्यों देगा. So I was wondering why any judge would inform the jailers before giving his decision. The decision was already taken by the British government that 3 people has to be sentenced for death. Now बंदूक और पुलिस के बीच हम लॉरी में बैठे. Amidst the gun and the police, we sat in the lorry. Those days, lorry is the vehicle which is used to take the prisoners to the court. हमने रोज की तरह क्रांतिकारी गीत गाने शुरू कर दिए. As usual, we started to sing revolutionary song. So this was a special day where the judgment is going to happen. So on that day, everyone got up so early in the morning and they all got ready. So the jailer Abdul, who used to hear songs or who used to play chess with the prisoners, was so silent on that day. And everyone, as usual, they wanted to have the meal. But Bismil had the thought that they will have a ceremonial manner of eating today. So a big plate was got from the jailer's house. Everyone was sitting around the plate and everyone took 2 pieces of food from the same plate and had their food in the morning before going to the judge. So they all wore a good dress, as during the Haldighati The warriors were wearing a good dress, Rajput dress. Similarly, the author compares before going to the judge, everyone had a ceremonial way of food and also wore a good dress. All the shackles has to be put now, and as per the instruction given to the jailer, then shackles has been checked for the nails, and amidst the police and the gun, everyone were taken to the judge in a lorry. They were taken in a lorry, and these people were singing the revolutionary song to motivate themselves. रास्ते में हमने एक ऐसी गाड़ी देखी जिसमें सामान लदा हुआ था. So on the way we were able to see a vehicle in which the things were, luggages were loaded. Lada hua means loaded, saman is luggage. So there was a vehicle loaded with some luggages. हर सामान पर एक कागज चिपका था, and each and every luggage a paper was stuck on it, और उस पर हमारे जज का नाम लिखा था, and on that our judge's name was written. So it is understood all the luggage belongs to the judge. स्पष्ट था कि हमारा फैसला सुनाकर वे भारत से बाहर छुट्टियां मनाने जाएंगे. So it was clear that after giving the judgment to us, he is going for a holiday outside India. So the judge was being bribed, right, by the British government. So whatever decision the British government wanted to take, that will be said through a judge, and judge has been bribed for a holiday vacation. अदालत के बाहर भारी भीड़ थी. So outside the court, अदालत is court, there was a crowd. भीड़ ना, crowd was there. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, गाना जोश से गा रहे थे, and everyone was singing the motivational song सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है. With an enthusiasm, everyone singing this motivational song. चारों तरफ ये आवाज़ गूंज रही थी, and all the directions this sound was echoing all around. जज के आते ही चारों ओर सन्नाटा छा गया. So as soon as the judge arrived, there was a silence. The people who were singing, they all kept quiet. सन्नाटा is silence. जज ने कहा, and the judge said, षड्यंत्र प्रमाणित हो गया है. So the judge said, conspiracy has been proved. So without listening to them, the judge said that we have proved that we all did wrong. Judge has said that the conspiracy has been proved. So without hearing anything from the prisoners, the judge has given the judgment. So एक एक कर मुझे भूपेंद्र, जोगेश, गोविंद, मुखंदीलाल आदि को सजा सुनाई गई. So one behind the other, one by one, the judge was giving the judgment for the author, for भूपेंद्र, जोगेश, गोविंद and मुखंदीलाल. अंत में सुनाई फांसी की सजा. At the end, he gave the sentence of death. हमारे 3 साथियों को, so the sentence of death was given to the 3 companions, Ram Prasad Bismil, Rajendra Lahiri and Roshan Singh. So they were prominent among the revolutionary and who has been sentenced to death. So this was already pre-planned by the British government. उस वक्त राजेंद्र के चेहरे पर वही बाल सुलभ मुस्कान थी, and when judgment was given, बाल सुलभ means the childlike smile was there in the face of Rajendra. बिस्मिल के चेहरे पर अवज्ञा का भाव, and in the face of बिस्मिल there was a look of defiance where he is ready to accept the challenge. और रोशन सिंह ने हंसते हुए हमें ऐसा देखा मानो वह तो सीधे स्वर्ग चले. And Roshan Singh smiled looking at the prisoners. He was smiling as if he had gone straight to heaven. और हम रह गए means we have been left behind. So there was no fear. The only thing was they were very proud to sacrifice their life for the country. हाँ, और हम सबकी आंखों में आंसू भरे थे, and there were tears filled in eyes, क्योंकि हम जानते थे कि यही हमारी अंतिम मुलाकात है. Because they all knew that this is our last meeting. The spirit of the revolutionary didn't end up. The fight for the independence continued. The prisoners were taken in a lorry to meet the judge. Outside the court, the people were also singing the song सरफरोश की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है. So with their enthusiasm, they were also singing to motivate the prisoners, saying that they are also along with them. So this sound was echoing all around. So as soon as the judge came, there was a silence. Judge has called everyone, and the judge said that the conspiracy has been proved. So all the people were brought in front of the judge, and judge, without asking anything, he said that conspiracy has been proved. One by one, Bhupendra, Jokesh, Govind, Mukhendilal, everyone was given the judgment. Finally, for the 3 companions, Ram Prasad Bismil, Rajendra Lahiri and Roshan Singh, the sentence of death were given by the judge, because this was already pre-planned by the British. At that time, Rajendra had a same childlike smile on his face. Bismil had a look of defiance, disobedience, or who is ready to accept the challenge. And Roshan Singh looked smilingly as if he had gone straight to heaven, and everyone else were left behind. So all of them had the tears in their eyes because they all know that this is our last meeting. But the spirit of independence was continued. So this is a very beautiful memoir written by Manmat Nath Gupta. So such a beautiful memory taken from the life incident of the freedom fighter Manmat Nath Gupta. So let's have a quick introduction about the author. Manmat Nath Gupta, प्रसिद्ध क्रांतिकारी मनमथ नाथ गुप्त का जन्म 7 फरवरी 1908 को हुआ. सो ही वॉज बॉर्न ऑन 7 फरवरी इन द ईयर 1908. 13 वर्ष की उम्र में ही ये स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन में कूद पड़े. एंड एट द एज ऑफ 13 itself ही स्टार्टेड टू पार्टिसिपेट इन इंडिपेंडेंस मूवमेंट. आत्मकथा सहित अनेक पुस्तकें लिखी. अपार्ट फ्रॉम ऑटोबायोग्राफी ही हैज रिटन मेनी बुक्स. प्रकाशन विभाग भारत सरकार की पत्रिका आजकल के संपादक रहे. संपादक इज एडिटर. ही वॉज बीन एन एडिटर फॉर द publication department of the Indian government for the magazine आजकल. इनकी प्रसिद्ध पुस्तकें, his famous books were गांधी और उनका समय, सर पर कफन बांधकर, शहादतनामा आदि. 26 अक्टूबर 2000 को इनका स्वर्गवास हो गया. He died on 26 October in the year 2000. Hope you have understood the lesson. If you have any doubt or clarification, please put in the comment section. Surely reply back. Thank you, students.